Bang, we're back. All right, we had to let the whole NBA season play out, and now we're back
70
in the
games
excitement.
in,
Took a
which
little
is
70
wild.
game hiatus, and now we're back for the real stuff, the playoffs.
That's what we
We
care
got the
about.
top 10 contenders. I'm gonna break them down. My top 10, pretty much. Mosley's top 10. We're gonna argue, probably convince each other, some people, but straight off the bat, my number one team still my championship pick, Boston Celtics. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like they've been coasting most of this year, and when they really want to turn it on, they're still the best team, best starting five in the league, 1 through 5, two-way players. They can all shoot, all guard on the other end, and they can run the five out. Tatum's playing out of his mind this year, best season of his career. Jaylen Brown kind of, chilling, but best starting five in the league. They go 8 deep. They all play defense. They all can shoot. When it comes down to it, I'm still taking the Celtics probably over every team in the league, 7 game series. So I have to keep them number one, even though they're not the best regular season, but I think they're just chilling. I think they got that playoff experience, and now they're like, all right, these regular season games don't mean nothing to us. Let's just get to the playoffs. We're trying to win rings.
hmm Yeah, I would. I have the Celtics at number one as well.
All right. All
I feel
right.
like you got to. I mean, they beat all the other high-ranked teams every time they play them, except for the Cavs a few times. But I mean, yeah, they won 60-something games last year. Regular season, they cruised, but then they realized they don't even need to win all these games in the regular season.
Exactly.
They're definitely number one, I think, if you're talking about contending for the championship because they've done it before. And they haven't even been like fully healthy. They sit dudes out all the time. Jaylen Brown's not playing tonight. They're
Yeah.
still going to beat the Grizzlies. I mean, I think number one is where they belong right now for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I was saying they've rarely lost with their whole team.
Yeah, they
They
never do.
were when they lost to the Cavs, they didn't have most recently they didn't have Porzingis and Drew, which like obviously two starters, not the two most important, but like it means less when they don't have them. So yeah, it's sitting guys. Drew's been hurt a lot, so it's like, is that a real injury or are they just sitting him? A
Right.
little bit of both, so it's hard to tell. But healthy, we're assuming everyone's healthy. Celtics are one.
Yeah, and every time they lose, it's
I don't know
like
if you
then
have.
you look at the box score. It's like, oh wait, he didn't play.
Yeah, it's like,
Porzingis
oh
didn't play. They had Horford at the five. It's like wait till
yeah,
they got their full team,
yeah,
and they'll beat anybody in a 7 game series for sure.
right.
Right
Yeah,
now.
it's like, oh, Jalen Brown didn't even play. It's like,
Yeah,
dang, that's a huge difference. And yeah,
exactly.
Porzingis and Drew have missed a lot, but when they're out on the court, just difference makers.
And their
Pritchard,
bench.
yeah, I was gonna say Pritchard, six man of the year. I mean, he's a
He's probably
bucket.
gonna win.
So you got to take the Celtics still number one. I didn't know if you were gonna have them, but respect
Yep.
that. My number two, and then I'll kick it to you. You might have the same, but I'm taking the Thunder. I mean, I think they just got so much better this year than last year. Every player on their team like made a jump, like got better. Best defense in the league. They're number one in every defensive category. Like whatever you look
Jesus.
up, they're just raw.
Yeah.
Like 1 through 7 can defend. Like they're insane. Um, Dominating the West. They have what, a 13 game lead on the 2 seed in the West. Like
Yeah, it's
that's
insane.
unheard of. Chet's been out a lot. They barely needed him. Like when they play, he's unstoppable. Listen to this though. Stat of the day for the Thunder. They played 51 games with Hartenstein. What do you think their record is?
Let's say 44-7.
Wow. 45-6 with
No
Hartenstein.
way.
That's a crazy pull.
I
So
knew
he
they were good
missed,
with him. I mean,
I
damn.
mean, yeah, that's insane. So we missed the first like what, 18, 20 games,
Uh
and
huh.
now he's just we saw why he's such a big offseason move. So yeah, uh give me the Thunder number one. I mean, we could go through it, but I mean, Thunder number two, number one in the West by a mile, but
Yeah.
who do you got two?
I have the Thunder number two.
All right.
I
We're
think
on
I
the
think
same.
those are consensus one and two. It's just like you could flop them either way. But no, yeah, that pickup was huge. Like we said, it was a big pickup for them. But right when Chet goes down, Hardenstein comes in. He plays the five. He almost subbed in perfectly for him. They're almost better without Chet, but now they have Chet back. You know they'll be better in the playoffs with him.
Yeah.
But dude, they're another team that their bench is crazy, and they came out of nowhere. Like all these
Nice.
dudes, Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace, like none of them score because they know they don't have to. Shea will score, J Dub. They're just stacked with young dudes, and they still have so many picks. They're destroying the West. I mean, that's insane that they have a 13 game like lead over the next team, and the West is so stacked. Yeah, they got to be number two, I think, for sure. But I mean, they got to win in the playoffs. They haven't done it yet, but we'll see. I mean, it seems like it's their year.
It really does, but it all comes down to the playoffs. No one's going to respect them until they win the playoffs. It's kind of like the
Exactly.
Celtics last year and all those years. Everyone's like, all right, they got 60 wins, but no one respects them. But yeah, number one defense, and I think if we're talking, we can hype them up. What's their problem? Like, why would they not win?
It's a good
I would
question.
say just like it comes down to J Dub and Shet. Like J Dub, they're both beasts, obviously, but like how good are they on like the number two, number three option? Because
Hmm.
we've seen teams just like double Shea and like zone him. Like they're literally playing a zone and they're like, all right, just get it out of his hands, let someone else score. And sometimes they kind of freeze up, like not necessarily J Dub and Chet, but it's like the whole team's like, oh shit, we got
Hmm.
a free bucket. They're doubling Shea. So when teams start doubling him, can they step up and like lead them to a playoff like series win or playoff game win? That's the biggest problem.
The only other problem I see with them is their like wing defense. So it's going to be J Dub and Chet. It's going to be against Tatum and Brown. Like, how do they match up against them in a playoff game? It's different in the regular season than in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Even in against the Lakers, against LeBron and Luca, you said they do have the number one defense, which is true. You mentioned, but it's
That's
going to
like
be.
night to night.
We'll see what they do against the wings. Is the main question I have for them on defense against like teams like the Celtics, which would be the finals. But
That is
Lakers
yeah.
are the only other team in the West that I think stands a chance.
That is a good point because Lou Dort is like he'll lock up the guards, but he's like what 6'4". Like
Yeah, somehow he's that short.
they'll put him on like LeBron and Luca. He can't stop them. So it is gonna come down to that wing defense, like going against Lakers, even Clippers, and then the Celtics in the finals if they make it. So, but I mean, they're just a clear for regular season. It's not even fair. So playoffs is what it comes down to. But I still have them the number two contender in the league, and you do too. So
What do I? Hey, did you see what Shea posted on his Instagram story?
yeah,
The
said
Lou Dort effect.
yeah.
It's just all these players and all their numbers are way down when Lou Dort's guarding them. So maybe he's the answer
It was
that
like
where I'm
versus
asking for.
OKC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. It's regular season is cool because on just the night to night they just whoop everybody. But when it comes down to like a series planning out for them, I think teams they're just gonna lock so much in on Shea that they're like literally anyone else score besides Shea, he's not getting 40 tonight.
He's
So
still dropping 30 every single game.
yeah, he's a walking 30 ball. He'll get 30
Legit.
every game, but playoffs are gonna be interesting. So who's your number three? We'll kick it to you next.
All right. This is a good time to kick to me. My number three is the Denver Nuggets.
Ooh, I thought you were going a different. All right, all
All
right.
right, so I say the Nuggets over obviously the Cavs because I see the Thunder getting knocked off before the Celtics. So I think teams like the Nuggets or maybe the Lakers could beat. I see them beating the Thunder before the Cavs beating the Celtics. So that's why I think they're a bigger contender because I think they can go farther
Right.
than them. Even though the Cavs have had a way better season, second best record in the league, I think the Nuggets when they're healthy with Jamal, Jokic. Jokic is so tough to stop. I don't think anyone in the league can guard him. No one in the world can guard him. He does
No,
whatever he wants. In the playoffs, they lost last year pretty early, second round, but I think they're coming back this year, and I think they're number three contenders right now.
wow. That's not who I thought you were going with, but I
I know.
respect that though because
I
I think
see the Thunder losing earlier than the Celtics because the Celtics have done it before.
yeah, I respect that. I respect that. With my third. I'm going Cavs.
Mm,
They've just been insane this year. They were what 51-10 at one point,
yeah,
which is insane. They've kind of had a little slip lately, but I don't know if it's just them not really caring. They already got the one seed locked up. Like I
true.
don't think they can really. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. So I'm not worried about it. Also, D. Mitch missed a couple games, probably threw him off, but I still got Cavs. Just like can't deny what they've done this year. Obviously, Jokic is the best in the world. He's looked ridiculous. Like he looks like in
Yeah,
better shape
his
than
numbers.
ever. And he's just, bro, he's unstoppable. If he just had, I know the Nuggets are good, but if he had a little bit better help around him, like
I
we would
know.
be talking about the Nuggets winning like three in a row, and they just
It's
don't
just
have that.
Jamal. He's like the go-to fourth quarter guy. You need another one at some point.
Yeah. And
Give him
it's
some
like
help.
Jamal's still never been an all-star. So Jokic has never
No
played
way.
an all-star. Yeah, he's never played
Jeez.
technically. Like we get Jamal as good in the playoffs, but
Right.
he's not like Jalen Brunson, not even close.
No.
So that's the thing. Like I wish that Jokic had a little more help because he's just playing at such an insane level, and we'll get to that more in a second. But I got Cavs three because they're number one offensive rating, number one points per game in the entire league. Obviously, I mean they just got an all around team of like just dogs. They got a lot of shooters on the roster. Only thing that I think hurts them is like D Mitch and Garland on defense, but I think they're just such a well-rounded team. Their bench is insane. They got guys come in and just shoot, lock up. Todd Jerome and Hunter are just 15, 20 a game off the bench. Like, know their role. They get it all right. They just got a better surrounding cast, like overall team than the Nuggets. But again, I mean, in the Nuggets though, I mean in the playoffs, I do think the Nuggets will probably maybe make it farther. I don't know. I'm still not sold on them. So I got Cavs three.
Okay. Who you got at four?
Yeah, well, I got the Nuggets four. I was
Okay.
gonna say the problem with the Cavs is can I see them beating a Celtics in the 7 game series, and I can't right now.
I know, and that's why I put them below them. But
Right,
they're
but I still
looking damn
think
good this year, though.
no, exactly because that's the only team I can see beating them. Obviously in the East, and then it's like if they get to the finals, they're in the finals. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, fourth Nuggets. So I think I might. So you got Cavs fourth, right? Or
No,
no?
I actually have the Cavs five.
Okay, all right. I know I might know who you got next. All right,
So
but
you
yeah,
got
okay.
Nuggets four.
We already talked about him. I just
Yeah.
said, uh, bring it up. Is Jokic top 10 of all time? But is that a story for another day? He's playing like he is.
Right. I mean, we were talking about his top five in every category. I mean, I need to see who else has done that before.
Never.
That's insane. Rebounds,
It's
he's second. Assists, second. Points, third.
yeah. Points, assists, rebounds, steals,
Oh my
and
God.
then
1.8 steals a game is just absurd for a center.
best. He's like top 10 field goal percentage. He used to be top 10 3 point.
3 point, he's
So
top 20.
he's just unreal. I just
Does it
don't
without
know
even trying.
the Nuggets, like their supporting cast, their shooting is like a real weakness. I think they take the least amount of threes in the league, and teams are just begging. What do you call it? Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, and Russ
To
to
shoot.
shoot. So it's like if they're hitting them, some games they hit them and they just win. Like
Hmm.
one game they beat OKC by like 20 because they were just all raining threes. But it's like you catch them on a normal night when those guys aren't hitting, and you really see why they're kind of not
Hmm.
struggling, but not as great. So I got them four. So let me get. I want to see who you got fourth now.
I got the Lakers at four.
It's Lakers.
I
It's
got them because I think they can beat the. Again, it comes down to who I think are losing, Celtics or Thunder, and I see the Lakers beating the Thunder because one, Luka Doncic owns the Thunder. Every time he's played them, he's gone off. Last year he beat them in the series. I know they're a different team this year, but I think in the playoffs, the roster or the players are going to be playing. It's going to shorten. It's going to be about 8 players. Jay Vando coming off the bench. He's going to be guarding everyone's best guard. LeBron, Luka, and Reeves. I mean, in a playoff series, you got about 3 or 4 people that are just going to carry the load to shorten shortened game and the scores are way lower. So LeBron, Reeves, and Luka are each going to be averaging about 20 a game,
Easy.
and I don't think anyone can stop them. I really don't. Besides maybe the Thunder. So I hope the Cavs. I hope they prove me wrong. I want them to beat the Celtics. I want D-Mitch to get a ring. I want it to happen, but
Yeah.
I honestly see the Lakers beating the Thunder before the Cavs beat the Celtics. And that's why I got them at the 4. And I have the Cavs at 5.
Okay. Yeah. So we got the consensus top 5. I got Lakers 5. So we
Same
got
5.
Celtics, Thunder, Cavs, Nuggets, Lakers in some order.
Yep.
I kind of agree with you saying just because the West is so stacked, it's hard to just say the Thunder have an easy route and then the other side, the Celtics, we just know that they have way easier route in the
They do.
East. But the thing with the Lakers is they still got no big guy. Jackson Hayes is just Jackson Hayes. He's a lob threat. He's not really doing much else. They suck at rebounding. They're like horrible. It's just like I don't know. Jay Vando's the only guy in there fighting for boards, but there's not a lot of big guys really to worry about in the league. But obviously Jokic will terrorize them. It's just a matter of can they outscore the Nuggets in that
Put
series.
Braun on Jokic.
I mean,
I
you might
want
have
to see
to.
it.
I mean, they shut him down earlier in the year when
When
they
they were
whipped out
healthy.
that little JJ Redick scheme out of his back pocket. That was kind of
Mhm.
fire. But I've never seen Jokic shoot whatever he had, 12 points. Like that's
Yeah.
never happened.
When
So
his teammates aren't hitting shots, like what you said earlier, it's like they make their shots at home, but then when they're on the road, they're not hitting. Gordon, Westbrook, Brown, like
that's a
I don't
real
know.
thing. Yeah, they don't have enough shooters out there, and I don't think they got enough defenders on the Nuggets either. But the
No.
Lakers, they got a couple wing defenders, but if we really like Luca plays zero defense. LeBron is old. He's kind of playing defense this year, but it's like, he'll take some days off. He'll take plays off and shit. But Reeves, not the best defender. But then they got Gabe Vincent, pretty solid. Rui, Dorian Finney-Smith. Those are all like great defenders that they need. I think Rui's kind of the X factor because dude, he's been playing huge this year.
He's been
He'll
hurt
play that
lately.
center, power forward. Yeah, he came back, shoots threes. He can kind of do it all, play defense. So I think he's biggest because I'm not worried about Luca, Braun, and Reeves.
Right. If
They're
Rui's
gonna,
hitting threes,
and the thing that comes down to it is Luca is the number one in playoff scoring, like points per game, I think, or number
all
two.
time,
Yeah,
I think he's
already.
one.
I mean, he's in the middle of his prime, so it's like it's a little juiced. And then you have LeBron. I mean, obviously one of the greatest of all time. So those two, like, good luck stopping them in the playoffs. It just
hmm
like can they come down? Can they defend and just get enough stops and boards on the other end? Because sometimes it looks ugly with no
hmm
big guy at all. But the 1-2 punch and honestly top three of Braun, Luca, and Reeves is just crazy. Like LeBron is your second option. Like what are we talking? Like that's a whole nother story. So
Yeah, it's the best top 3 in the league for sure, but it comes
all right,
down to I think so, but it comes down to can the whole team play and can they win multiple games in the series? And the Celtics, Cavs, Thunder are 3 teams that their depth is amazing. It's just
yeah,
that's the problem with the Lakers and the Nuggets is like can everyone else do enough for them to not just win a game but win a series? That's
right,
that's a big question mark. I feel like.
exactly. Because the Lakers surrounding guys, it's just not even close to the Thunder. Uh,
No.
or like obviously Celtics, Cavs, they're on the other side, but really just that it's going to be the big three. But all right, now that we're at that, got a question for you.
Okay.
Best third option in the league. I'll name them off and see who you got over who.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start at the top. Porzingis, would you say he's third option?
Yeah. Third option.
All right, so who are you taking, Porzingis or Chet?
Porzingis. Like if you're thinking offensive, like third option,
Yeah.
Porzingis.
All right, Porzingis or Mobley?
Give me Porzingis.
Yeah. All right, Porzingis or Austin Reeves?
I mean, I'm biased, but I feel like Austin Reeves can just do more. I'm taking Reeves. I don't know who I'd. I don't know who I'd rather have on my team because Porzingis can shoot threes. He's 7'3". But if I'm speaking third option, I'm taking Reeves over Porzingis.
All right, all right. Reeves or MPJ. This is kind of a wash.
I think Reeves. And PJ's
Yeah.
good though. Don't sleep on him.
All right, and then Reeves or Michael Bridges slash OG, whoever you think's third.
Hmm.
Taking Reeves. Offensive wise, probably.
Offensive wise, yeah, he can do more. He can get
See, that's the
fouled,
thing.
shoot
If we're talking,
threes.
yeah, if we're talking offensively, like Reeves is, he's scoring better than any of these guys. He's
Yep.
not like as all around player as any of them, but like
Nope.
defense, but like just offensively, dude, he's putting in the bucket, so that it's gonna be huge
Yeah,
for him.
because third option means third offensive option. If you're
Yeah,
talking defense, then obviously not. But no, we're talking offense. I'm taking
I
Reeves. But hey, another one, Norman Powell.
I was gonna say I was gonna get to him, but yeah,
Okay, yeah, he's averaging
look,
23.
I'll take Reeves over him straight up. Like I just what I've seen of him just creating his own shot. Maybe I haven't watched enough Norman Powell, but it's also, you know, Reeves was damn near second option for a while, and he was holding his own. He got 40,
Yeah,
30. So, I mean,
45
I
Pacers.
know Norman Powell's been balling too, but I think I'll take Reeves over him. And then,
I know.
I mean,
Well, it's all those dudes. All those dudes you named, they can score, but Reeves can do more than that. He can assist. He can get. He
yeah,
can drop a slight double double with assist and points. I don't think
yeah.
those dudes can.
No, yeah, as far as offensively. So, all right, offensively, Reeves, best third option in the league. I mean, for offense, yes, you got to
Yep.
take him. All right, my number six team, I don't feel good about this at all because I think if they were in the West, I don't like it, but I got the Knicks. And the reason why I don't like them is their defense is just not it. And just Brunson and Cat do not play defense. And you have to have them on the court because they're the two best players. So it really hurts them. And they can't beat the top three teams. So I just can't do it with them. They're obviously third in the East. And I don't know what they would be in the West, but as contenders, I'm putting them at six. And I could have them lower with the team right below them. Might have them higher, but who
Hmm.
do you got sixth?
I have the Knicks too,
All right.
but I'm a little higher on them than you. I feel like they can. I feel like they still have a slight chance to win the East. I'm not saying like earlier I was saying the Cavs don't have like a great chance. I still think the Knicks have like a percentage chance because they match up with the Celtics good. It's just they never beat the good teams, and I don't really understand why. It's probably because the defense, like you were saying,
I think so.
but on paper, dude, I just can't write them off yet.
I
They are
know.
stacked on paper, and I
Ooh,
think if an injury happens here or something happens here, I think something I don't know. Knicks can beat the Cavs, but they'd have to play the Celtics first. So that'd be the second
yeah, the
round.
third. Yeah.
Celtics
Wait,
and Knicks.
no.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right, because Celtics are two. So, yeah. You
they
just
play
don't want to
second
run into
round,
the Celtics. Yeah, exactly. So, that's
and
ugly.
Celtics aren't not going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. It's going to be a walk for them. Dude, I think the Knicks, I mean, I'm just hating, but I think they can maybe lose first round, but I don't know.
To the Pistons,
Pistons. But the Pistons are climbing
Hayden
now,
them.
and they're about to be five. Caden them. Hey, dude, the Pistons are a different story, but
Oh wait, yeah, you're
the
right. No,
Knicks,
it'd be the Bucks. It'd be the
yeah,
Bucks.
so right, the Pistons are rising, and now it's the Knicks swept the Bucks this year, so that's
That's with
which is
Dan.
great. Yeah, but also the Knicks, I think their problem is they only have what six guys, and then it just falls off a cliff.
Very
That's
true.
what really hurts them, I think.
No
But
depth.
the defense and the depth, so yeah,
Even Macau was like, "Coach, play us less." You see
I
that?
know. He's like, dude, we everyone got hurt last year. He wasn't even on the team, but they
You
all
saw it.
burnt out in the first round. Now they got a little bit of help with Cat scoring, but
He's
still,
got
dude,
to.
you gotta burn these guys out, bro. 40
I
minutes a
know.
game. Like,
You
let's
got to
chill.
play him a little less, dude. Come on.
It's insane.
So especially with the third seed locked. Um,
Yeah.
all right,
Next team,
7.
seven. Who you got? Because this is, I guarantee we don't have the same.
Golden State Warriors.
Wow. I had them one below, but
Okay.
give me your take, and then I'll spit mine.
All right. Warriors, just because honestly, I don't see a team below them. above them right now, and their experience. I don't know who you're going to say. We'll see, but experience is huge for them, especially with Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy. I
Yeah,
don't like. I'm not super high on them. I mean, they're 7. They're not like crazy high, but they can do some damage. I don't know who it's going to be against, but they might be favored in the series, even with the lower seed. And
yeah.
Steph, Jimmy, Draymond, Kuminga off the bench. They got some other guards that can score. Their schedule is pretty weak to end the rest of the season, so I don't know what seed they're going to get, but I have them at 7. Again, they don't have any great big men either. I mean, Quentin Post is their starting center.
That's
That's not going to cut
disgusting.
it
That's disgusting.
at all. But they can. I assume they'll get a 5 or 6 seed, and I think they're going to win a playoff series. But if they run into the Lakers, I just don't think they have enough. But I got them at
Yeah,
my 7.
I agree. The playoffs is it's just gonna be Steph and Jimmy. That's hard to go against. Like Jimmy is that second option. He can just get you some buckets, and uh, I like it. I think it's cool. I just think they're like you said, Steph, Draymond, Jimmy, Kuminga. A little bit of Moses Moody, but the rest of the team I think is just ass. Like just not good. And like
True.
I was thinking, I'm like Steph's still probably a top like 7, 6 player in the league easily.
Hmm.
He just was surrounded by just bad, bad people the whole year. They finally got Jimmy. They went on a run. Some people were saying they weren't playing the best teams, but still, they went on a run. They got Jimmy Butler. You got to have him up there. But I got him one spot below the T Wolves. I got 7th as contenders. I like their roster, dude. This team is just like insane, but they've just been so inconsistent this year. Like they beat the Thunder, they beat the Nuggets, and then like they'll go out and lose like 2 bad games.
Hmm.
So I don't know what to make of them. Like I could see them going Western Finals. I could see them choking first round, but all I know is like first round series, whoever they play, is if it's a 2 seed or the 3 seed, dude, watch out because I think I might pick the T Wolves.
Yeah, watch out, Rockets.
Yes, and that's the thing is, bro. I'm looking at it, and the Nuggets are the 3 seed, and like there's a lot that could change, but it's also what 9 games left. So if they
Hmm.
stay like that, I think the Wolves. Like I mean, I guess the Wolves would take the Nuggets on, but I feel like they'd almost rather like be the 7 seed and play the Rockets.
Yeah, for sure. Warriors would do the same. Every team would rather play the Rockets than the
Right,
Nuggets.
but then you have to go through the play-in tournament, which is just bullshit. It's like, you know, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter, but then it's like that's
Be
just so
confident.
annoying. Yeah, so that's a whole nother story. I hate the play-in. Just I mean, this year it's horrible, but like
Hmm.
why do we play 82 and then we got to decide it with the play-in tournament? I don't get it, but yeah, if the Timberwolves are the 7, I'm taking them over the Thunder. If they play the Nuggets first round, dude, that's gonna be the rematch of last year, second round series. Like that's gonna be
Yeah,
fucking
that is
crazy.
going to be wild. That's crazy,
Yeah,
actually, how that happened.
you
Two
know what
zero,
I'm?
3-2, 4-3. That was a nuts series.
Yeah,
Um, okay, so we're on 8 now. You have the Warriors, you said.
I got Warriors 8.
Okay. I actually have the Grizzlies at 8.
Wow. All right, so we're very similar.
We're pretty similar.
So
I
we
have the
got
T-Wolves at 9.
wow. Okay, dang. So I got the T Wolves a little high, but I just think they've been on fire lately. As what Randall came back and they went on a streak, and I kind of like how they've been playing. They just got the scoring spread out a little bit, but we know about the T Wolves. So Grizzlies,
Yeah.
we
So
got to talk about Grizzlies, dog.
Grizzlies obviously have not been too hot as of late, but they still have Ja, they still have Jaren Jackson, they still have Desmond Bain, and that's another sneaky, really good top 3 players you want in the playoff series.
Yep.
They've been there, they've done that. I wouldn't say they've done that, but they've been there. And I'm just looking at the teams below them, and I don't think they would beat the Grizzlies in the series. They just fired their coach. We were
That's
wondering why the hell they did that. They're sitting at the 5 seed in the West. Tough conference. I don't know how much. What else could you ask for? The Memphis Grizzlies to be a 5 seed in the West. I don't know what else you could ask for as a GM,
for
but
sure.
I think I still have some faith in Ja, and I think they can make some noise, and so I got them at 8.
Well, I got them 9, so
So we
I
got
was
them flip
thinking about
flopped.
moving them. Yeah, right. So
You
I
have
was thinking
Wolves at
about
8.
I got Wolves 7, Warriors, Grizzlies.
Okay, so we got the same 9.
So I'm high. Yeah, we do. That's crazy. I wonder who we got 10, but uh, I just dude the Grizzlies like, do they think they can make a run now? Like because firing the coach? Like
Do you think that helps them?
I don't think so. And it's what could be going on that you fire him with 9 games left? Like I guess it's been in the making for a while, but dude, that's just so out of the blue for I guess all the fans and all of us. But
Apparently, Ja didn't like their offense.
yeah, I've heard a lot about that.
It's too
So
late to fire him, right?
yeah, so it's like now that they're going to change the offense now and go back to like what they used to, like
Yeah,
because it was
too
just a
late for
lot
that.
of like everybody else get their buckets. Like we're not just running Jaw every time, but
Hmm.
it's good and bad. You want to have the ball in Jaw's hands, run and pick and roll. Then you get everyone else involved. But the big problem is, listen to this: haven't beat a team over 500 since February 2nd.
Wow, that's
So
pretty pitiful.
and it's like,
Not gonna
but
lie.
we got them down here at 9 or 10 in the league, so it's not like we're saying they're that elite, but that's a big problem. Ja just he misses a ton of games, dude. He's played in well, he's missed 30 games this year, and like that's just like it's just like every other. It's like he'll play 3 games and he'll miss 4. He'll play 2. He'll miss like 6. It's not like
Yeah,
a consistent injury, and that's just a big problem. But
he might need to change the way he just plays basketball in general. He's always jumping, trying to make a crazy play. Like, should have learned from D Rose, bro. You got to chill
right,
out a little bit. Trying to dunk on everybody, make a highlight.
yeah. So there's a big problem, like a big picture problem, kind of with them. Like I feel like they're stuck with Jaw and Bane and all these guys. Like they're really good, but they're not getting over that edge. And like remember they were the 2 seed a couple
Hmm.
years ago for like 2 years in a row, and just never did anything with it.
Yeah,
And they were like the young team, like hot young team, and now they're like, oh, it's the Grizzlies. Like no one cares. Like you know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, they were where the Thunder were. I mean, right now. I mean, they're
yeah,
winning all these
exactly,
games, young team,
exactly.
but they got
Yeah,
stomped by the Lakers.
the
They might
Thunder
have
just
missed their window, but we'll see. I mean, they're still
that's
pretty young.
dude. It's a good point because the West was kind of down for like a year or two, and now it's just crazy, like
Yeah.
so deep. But I mean, I basically just said I don't trust them over the top 4 or 5 teams in the West, and I think we
No.
both agree with that. So they are where they are, but they honestly are moving down. So keep note of that. I still, I just them in Houston, I go back and forth on, but uh, I can't really put them up next. So number 10, I got the Pacers actually, and I don't know where you got them, but I'm just thinking they're just so underrated, and every year no one talks about them. They don't have the big names like Halliburton's, whatever. He's just kind of, you know, he's not a flashy name. Like he doesn't dunk, he doesn't do anything that crazy. But the Pacers are just like a really all around team, and I think it's works for them because you don't really know who's gonna score, and like they kind of just come at you with the with the Knicks, it's Jalen Brunson every time, and then
Hmm.
it's Cat getting his own buckets, and then that's just how they've been playing. With the Pacers, it's like, dude, they got like 5 guys plus their bench is deep. They just get buckets. I could see them making a run in the playoffs, but I think they're going to win one round and then they're going to run into the Celtics or the Cavs. So good
Yep.
luck with that. Don't see them beating the Celtics. Really don't see them beating the Cavs. But the Cavs haven't had playoff success. I'll take Pacers over. Basically, the Rockets were my next one out, and then the Clippers after that. And I just can't. Both of them for 2 different reasons.
Yep.
So I got Pacers up there. What you got?
This is crazy. Literally have outside looking in Clippers, Rockets, and then at my 10 I have the Pacers.
No
So we
chance.
have the top 10, both the same, a little bit different order. What's
Holy
the
shit.
craziest part about it is the Rockets have the fourth best record in the NBA.
They're two.
Neither of us have them. So the two teams that we mentioned, Clippers, Rockets, they might play each other first round. And I honestly think the Clippers. I'd be more confident in the Clippers beating the
Yeah.
Rockets probably. But hey, we're disrespecting them. We'll see what they do. But yeah, I got Pacers too. I agree, dude. The way they play is literally the opposite of the Knicks. Everyone will average like 12 a game, or everyone will get like 12 points a game. Neesmith, Nemhard, Matherin. Then you got Siakam, Miles Turner. Like they got depth too, and they
Yeah.
made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Everyone forgets that.
That's
They
what I'm
made
saying.
it. There were some close games there with the Celtics. They only really made it because the Knicks were hurt. Everyone was hurt on their team, but they've been there, and they're not a real contender really to win the NBA championship. But I'll give them their respect. Number 10 for both of us. That's insane.
Restricted,
The
dude.
same exact 10.
That is crazy because I really, I mean, like, I thought about Houston, but I just can't put them in there. But yeah, the Pacers, dude, every game they play is close. Like you said, for
And it's
some
hot.
reason, like, their defense sucks, but they just put up points, and every game is close. I know you saw that they put up 162 the other night
Yeah, that
on
was
the Wizards.
insane. Their pace is so
Yeah.
fast.
So yeah, they're always going to be in it. Can't count them out, but like no one wants to talk about them, and no one will talk. One, they're in Indiana, and two, it's just they don't have the big star. So
That's true. Hey, and TJ McConnell, he's a bucket.
yeah,
He
their
was
bench
getting 10 a
last
game
year.
as well.
Last year, their bench would come in and just destroy the other teams in the playoffs. Like the Knicks, they just
Hmm.
beat the Knicks flat out. It was like, damn,
Yep.
bro. That even though the Knicks got hurt, but still. So I guess we can talk Houston and Clippers real quickly. I'll
Hmm.
just give my spill. I mean, I think the Houston obviously they just got too many guys and not enough minutes, and they've drafted insanely well. They have to keep the team together, but they're a few years away, and it's they gotta like have like the guy. Like, is it Sengun? Is it Jalen Green? Like, they don't have a clutch time guy go to, and their clutch numbers are like just abysmal for like what they should be. And they've also just been beating. If you look at who they've been beating in this little streak that they're on, it's like below 500 teams. It's not the top guys. So they're just a pack of dogs, young guys. They drafted insane. Keep them together, but they're a few years away for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, and they've just never been in the playoffs with this group of guys.
Yep.
Jalen Green's never been there. They've been the worst in the league every year with him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Van Vliet, I mean, he's a good leader. He's a good guard, but no one's worried about him. Let's get real. Luca would torch him in a playoff series. Harden would torch him in a playoff series.
He'll get playoff pull.
Rockets second. I'm very surprised they're second in the West, fourth best record in the league. I mean, kudos to them, but you're not winning a playoff series. I don't think. I'd
No.
take the Clippers over them. I would, especially when they're healthy with Harden, Kawhi, Norman Powell. That's another really good top three that you want in a playoff series. So
Yeah.
if they played first round, which it's looking like they might, who would you take?
Well, yeah. Well, I would take the Clippers, but I was gonna say it's either gonna be Clippers, Timberwolves, or Warriors.
Hmm.
Unless the Grizzlies fall, which they probably won't. So those three, I'm taking all of them over the Thunder. I mean, over the Rockets. And so yeah, I mean, dude, the 8 seed, shoot, they
Maybe
don't
the
want to.
Kings.
They don't want to play the Thunder. But if you're the 7 seed, you're licking your chops. Like we just, I know they're young and athletic and shit, but we just haven't seen them in the playoffs. Like you said, they have no playoff experience and just their clutch time is ugly. So
Best case scenario, yeah, you're right. It's getting the 7 seed, winning the first playing game, playing the Rockets, and then playing the Nuggets second round. You avoid the Lakers and the Thunder
yeah,
first 2 rounds. I think the
dude.
Warriors are somehow going to get that. But
And the 2 seed is gone. It was Grizzlies, it was Lakers, it was Nuggets. Now it's the Rockets. It's really like they just so happen to be there. They've been on the streak, but I don't trust them. And then
mm,
Clippers. They're kind of the opposite of Houston. They're just like old and like always kind of hurt. But now that if Kawhi's back, I don't know if he'll ever be able to play a full, whatever 20 game playoff run to go to the whole way. So
yep.
it's hard to take them, but shit, they're a lot better than they looked last year. And Kawhi's been on a tear lately. they're top four in defense, but like dropping kind of. So, you know, we just can't take them over these other teams in the West. But I'd honestly probably, now that I think about it, I'd probably be more scared of the Clippers than like the Grizzlies in the playoffs. But it's tough to say
That's what I'm
when.
saying. That's what I'm
You know,
saying. The
so,
Grizzlies would be ideal.
no, yeah, that's. I think everyone wants to play the Grizzlies in the first round. So
Grizzlies and Rockets.
yeah, so I might even put the Clippers over the Grizzlies, but you know, who knows? So uh, that's all I got for those. We could go on to basically the biggest disappointment of the year because these teams that didn't make this list that should have been on it, if we would have went back beginning of the year, that should be in this top 10 contenders or even top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest disappointment, mine, obviously, this is tough. We could say the 76ers, but I'm just throwing them out because of injuries and just, I don't know. I'm taking the Bucks, biggest disappointment. They had Dame and Giannis pretty much the whole year. I thought it was going to be great year 2. It's just been ugly. They can't get it done. They cannot beat good teams, and they're stuck. Now that Dame's out, they're absolutely screwed. And like I don't know where they go from here. Like I don't know. They're really stuck. They traded away all these guys. They're like old, but they have Giannis. They're really stuck in a bad spot.
They are.
They're my number one disappointment. And then after that I go Sixers, and then after that I'm going Suns. And
Yeah.
so, who do you
So
have?
the Suns are definitely mine. I mean, if you
It-
look at preseason where everyone was projected, after even after the Suns got swept by the Wolves last year, everyone's like, "Oh, Beal's healthy, Booker's healthy, KD's healthy." Everyone was like, "Okay, the Suns are actually a contender now." I'm
yeah.
watching on TV, everyone's talking about the Suns. I'm like, I don't know where this came from, but
It
okay,
did.
I believe it. They have all this talent. I think it can happen. Grayson Allen can shoot. Nurkic can get boards, and three dudes can just get buckets at any time and any place they want. So I don't know what happened. Early on in the year, they're okay, and then slowly but surely they drop down in the standings. I'm like, all right, they're losing to good teams, but you
That's
have KD, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, three people that have all averaged almost 30 in the
yeah.
past 3 or 4 years. I get Beal's been hurt, but they have been so disappointing because they were expected to be a playoff lock,
Yeah.
like top 6 team for sure in the West. And now they're looking like, even with Wemby and De'Aaron Fox going out, they're looking like they're still not even going to make the play-in.
No.
Not the playoffs, but not even top 10 in the West.
They're not.
So
It's
for
disgraceful.
KD, that's disappointing, very disappointing. And for the Suns as an organization, I mean, they're obviously going to try and trade him next year. They've already mentioned it. But, dude, looking at the talent, they're easily the most disappointing team this year for me.
That's a great point, and we can just rant on them a little bit, but yeah, we had them. We both had them top 12 or like top 10 going into
Yeah,
the year. The
maybe
whole
higher.
NBA, and they're not even top 10 in the West. It's just
Yeah.
like this team must hate each other, and their defense just horrible. But they are the worst team in the league against the spread. So when they
Wow.
lose, they get blown the hell out. When they win, they barely win. They lose to every good team. They get blown out by good teams.
Last night they lost to the Rockets by 40 or something.
Exactly. I was like, bro, if you pull up the box score, you pull up their schedule, and you see like they're just getting blown out. So it's not even funny, dude. I feel bad. And then KD says midway through the year, I'm out. I want to get gone. And then they don't trade him. And now they said we're gonna trade him, but after the season. It's like so the whole team's like, all right, fuck you, KD. And then everyone hates each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the
It's
number
just
one guy says
awkward.
I'm getting traded, and so now Devin Booker's going to be stuck there again on like a shitty team. Like,
Yeah.
how does that work?
I don't
Where's
know. I think
he going to go? Because like,
I
where
don't
do you
know.
go?
I would have thought, looking back on it, they could have kept DeAndre Ayton, but like I don't know how much better he is than Nurkic. But I think that's a lesson learned for the rest of the league. Don't trade for KD. I mean the Nets did it. I mean they were
Yeah,
okay. They made it some far and they lost because of injuries. But The last
Suns.
6 years, dude, he's had two All Stars on his side every single year, and nothing's really worked. He's gotten swept by a young Timberwolves team, 22-year-old Anthony Edwards.
Dude.
I
It,
mean,
no,
lesson
it
learned.
completely fucked them up because they lost. What was that? They lost. Lost to Luca in the playoffs, the Suns, and then they traded for KD, right? Wasn't it?
Yep.
That was
And then
what,
they
so
lost to the Nuggets.
so yeah, so it was they traded Cam Johnson, Michael Bridges, and then like a ton of draft picks. So I'm guessing the Nets just have the the Suns draft picks for the next like
Yep.
whatever year. So
Well, and they traded CP3 for Beal.
yeah, and then Aiden for what Nurkic?
Yeah.
Like so, what the hell? Like all that ruined their team. So they threw out their two best role players, like best shooters and role players, defenders, and Michael, and then they threw out Chris Paul, and they didn't even like see if it was gonna work with KD and them. So yeah, if you're gonna trade for KD and just ruin your whole team's chemistry, like just don't do it because now they're fucked and they have no direction. Like where can
No.
they go? They have no picks. They have Devin Booker. He's probably like, dude, get me out of here, but he doesn't want to leave. Probably wants to
No, he
be
wants to be in Phoenix his
a
whole career.
franchise guy. Yeah.
Wants to be like a Kobe.
So that I mean, that's a whole nother discussion of where does KD end up. We could do that another time. But like people were talking Grizzlies and Rockets. Like if I'm them, I'm not trading for KD and giving up all these guys that we just drafted. Because then it's just gonna like, is he gonna take
No.
you over the top with trading away your big pieces? Like
I
I
can
don't
only see like a really shitty team doing it just to try and be relevant. Like the
like.
Hornets or something, but like
Yeah, no, for real. Like,
I wouldn't do it. I don't
uh,
know. I mean,
yeah.
if I'm the what teams can you realistically see him on next year? Give me like one or two.
Well, I think the, I mean, I think the, what do you call it? The
Rockets.
Rockets. Yeah, and just trade away. But then it's like they're gonna trade away some really good young stars, and they're gonna go like ball out somewhere else. The Rockets are just in a bad spot. They have too many guys. But
Jabari Smith.
yeah, and
You
like
probably give up Jabari Smith, Reed maybe,
but it's
Cam
like if you,
Whitmore.
so it's like if you have KD, Jalen Green, and Şengün, are they winning the title? No.
No, it looks awesome, but then you're like, oh, the bench and the draft picks go away
Yeah.
slowly.
Like
Now you
defense,
suck.
yeah. So yeah, it's like KD is great, but when you have to trade for him, it really ruins it. So that's they're
Yeah.
just he's just in a horrible spot.
But
I
yeah,
don't.
lesson learned, and I'd rather be in the Rockets' position right now than the Suns.
Oh yeah,
Saying that before this year, I would have never thought I'd say that.
exactly. We were so everyone was so high on him, and I wasn't crazy high, but and I have a hatred towards Bradley Beal just because he's the highest paid player in the league, and
Yeah,
he
no
doesn't
trade
do it.
clause.
Man, that's embarrassing. And yeah, lesson: don't trade your team away for KD because it's just not gonna work. Like it just ain't doing it.
No.
So they're
Biggest
by
disappointment.
far the biggest disappointment. We know the Sixers, but that's injuries, and we don't got to talk about that. Everyone's been shitting on them. Who's the biggest surprise in the league?
I would have to say there's a few. I don't know who you think it is. I took the Cavaliers.
Yep,
Short. I just think they're the biggest surprise because
have to be.
last year they went to the second round. Year before that they lost first round. I was hoping they'd make a leap. They kept the same guys as this year. Didn't really pick anybody up in the play or the off season, but maybe that's a good thing, and it turned out to be a one. Everyone's healthy this year, but they were expected to be like 4 or 5 seed. Because coming in, we were like Celtics, 76ers, Knicks, maybe Cavs or Magic.
Yeah,
And now
that's a
they're the
good.
1 seed by a mile. They're up like 6 games to the Celtics. I think they won the series against the Celtics this year, maybe tied it.
Yeah,
But they're a 1 seed, and they've set so many records. They've gone on all these streaks this year, beaten all these good teams. Number one offense, you said. Um, I don't know. It's just I think they're a huge surprise, and I did not expect them to be the 1 seed.
yeah, and no, that's a great point. That's a lesson on don't trade away like your team for like KD or something. Like I know they
Yeah.
made the trade for D Mitch, but it was Colin Sexton and Laurie Markkinen, and it's like those are like good names, but like they're not like cornerstones of the franchise. Like they didn't give away obviously
Right.
Garland, Mobley, Jared Allen, and so last year they had a horrible playoff series. They beat the Magic in seven, lost in the second round, and everyone's like, all right, blow it up, trade D Mitch, trade Garland. I'm glad they stuck together. They fired the coach and they just went on a run.
Yep.
I
The
don't
coach
know.
has been huge too
Right, and so like I don't know if it's the coach because then Bickerstaff's balling with
with
the
the
Pistons,
Pistons.
but somehow like just keep the team together. Making that trade for D Mitch was huge, but like I like when they keep the team together, run it back.
Yeah.
They've been insane this year, but my surprise talking about them, the Pistons, a little different way, but obviously, dude, holy cow! Just off what they did last year, I mean, we had them bottom of the league, bottom five, bottom 10.
Oh yeah.
They've just been insane, and since like I think it was like December or January, they're like 33 and 17 or something wild. So they've been on fire. Cade Cunningham, huge leap. How high are you ranking Cade Cunningham in the league right now? Is he top 12 player in the league? Like off
I
this
mean,
year alone?
I think he has a chance to maybe make an All NBA team, which is
Oh
crazy.
yeah. I
I
think
mean,
I mean the point guards are loaded, but
yeah,
he
they were
should.
saying floating around first team All NBA. I mean, what he's done for the Pistons, he's averaging like 26, 9, and 7. It's a historic for the Pistons franchise.
It
So
is.
he's, hey, like you were saying, sometimes you got to keep that same team. I mean, Pistons and Cavs both. All these teams sometimes are so impatient and just want to get all these picks or get all these players. Both the teams we named, I feel like, have been patient, especially the Cavs. But the Pistons, I mean, they've trusted in Cade. This is his first year, like, fully healthy, and he's showed out. I mean, he's balled out against, like, big name players.
Yes.
5 seed in the East, I mean, come on. That's
No, he
amazing.
he's went insane. And I was gonna say, dude, I'd be scared of them in the playoffs. I was really trying to see them versus the Knicks, but now they hop the Bucks, and the Bucks are falling off, so they're
Damn,
probably gonna
that'd be a
be.
good one.
So it's probably gonna be almost for certain Pacers Pistons. That's a dogfight. Cade Cunningham is the best player in that series.
Yeah,
That's so
he
that
is.
that's huge. Obviously, I'll probably take the Pacers, but dude, the Pistons have been unreal this year, and they're my biggest surprise. I mean, obviously the Cavs have been ridiculous. They were probably but the Pistons are biggest like shock. So it's like good for them. We got to give them
Mhm.
some credit here. And like I said, they're kind of scary in the playoffs. We'll see how they do, but man, Cade has been balling. Malik Beasley
Yes.
sniping threes. Been
Asar
so
Thompson.
dude. Yeah, they've drafted incredible. Like
Hmm.
Cade, Asar. They got what do you call it? Jalen Duren, Jaden
Yep.
Ivey,
He hadn't
Ron
even been
Holland,
playing lately. Ron Holland's been young.
which like
Um,
he's kind of just
Pretty
like
solid.
a dog. He'll just start
I don't know if
fighting.
they'd. Yeah, I don't know if they'd make the playoffs in the West, but they've taken advantage of the opportunity. I would love to see Pistons Magic in a series, Paolo versus Cade.
Oh,
What's
I
a
would love
dream
to see
first
that.
round matchup? You think it's a realistic that you want to see?
In the East or the West,
Either one.
dude. I just want to see Timberwolves Thunder so bad,
Ooh.
or
Good
Nuggets
one.
or Nuggets Timberwolves. So
Okay.
if the Timberwolves get the sixth seed, they're playing Nuggets most likely.
Hmm.
Holy, I just really want to see the Timberwolves,
Yeah.
Thunder, Timberwolves,
Yeah.
Nuggets. So those are my two. What are yours, dude? That
No, you're right, dude. The West is definitely way more like entertaining.
entertaining,
I
dog.
think, dude, I kind of want to see Warriors Thunder 8 versus 1 first round. Thunder would obviously win, but
Yeah,
Steph and Shea, dude, that'd be wild.
that would be.
That and then I kind of want to see Pistons Magic, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That's a less entertaining one, but that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, well, dude, the Magic have just been. I mean, they're bouncing forth. They're 7-8,
Top
bro.
heavy,
The
too late.
seven seed Hawks are 36 and 38. They would be the 11 seed in the West. That is unreal.
And the 11th seed in the West is the Suns. Suns would beat the Hawks in that series, so it's
Yeah.
like really they'd be 12.
Yeah,
Wait, and that's with an East schedule.
right. With the dog shit East. So, but yeah, I really want to see T Wolves, Nuggets, T Wolves, Thunder. But also, if the whoever the Lakers play is the Lakers are the most entertaining team to watch. I think. I mean,
100%. They're
they're
about to
just
play the
probably got
Rockets tonight.
yeah, they
It's a
got
good
my
one.
favorite players on the team. That's probably why. But they're LeBron and Luca is just, and then you throw in Reeves. So
And just them three and just all hardworking players after that. Just all
right.
dogs. We'll see what Rui and Goodwin and all them can do, but
Yeah,
those
and
three.
I mean I think LeBron just got like rejuvenated because dude, he just looked like I was just tired of the LeBron AD. Like it really wasn't going anywhere. It'd been the same
Mhm.
thing for 4 years, and LeBron was kind of just like playing point guard, like, and he just throw it into AD. We're playing this fucking old basketball, and now you got like just spread out, damn near five wide, Luca,
Mhm.
and LeBron is better with like a guard next to him than like the big guy like AD, because
Yeah,
his whole career, D Wade and Kyrie
true.
won chips with him, and now it's like
Yeah.
you got he can just let Luca score, chill for half the game, come in fourth quarter and ball out, and I'm like I just wasn't seeing this at the beginning of the year. He's just been on
Yeah.
another level, so
Before he
that's
went down, before he
yeah,
went down for 2 weeks,
right.
that was probably their best stretch of the year, right? I
Oh,
mean,
dude, they were
that's when they got
insane.
to two in the West.
Yeah, and that's when they were number one in defensive efficiency rating
That,
in the
that made
whole
no
league
sense.
for 20 games.
But we
And
knew
so
that was going to drop once they got
I
Luca.
know. So it's like, is that a fluke? Probably, but that's some promise. So next thing that I'm going into, we want to talk about who's under the most pressure, player and team wise. I got the same player on the player on the same team.
So,
So is it Shea in the OKC Thunder?
yeah.
Yep. All right. We're on this. I mean, he's the MVP. They were the number one seed last year. They got bounced in the second round. Uh, yeah, it's got to be Shea in OKC, and he's become so popular that everyone's hating on him now. The free throw
Hmm.
merchant. So like,
Yep.
if they can back it up in the playoffs, people are coming for their necks, and I'm I'm interested to see. So it's for sure them.
Yeah, I agree. It's Shea and the Thunder
Wow.
because you can't really say LeBron, KD, Curry anymore because they're so old.
You can't.
You can't say they have pressure. And then Tatum just did it. Giannis has done it. Jokic has done it. Shea is the best player on the best team. He's going to win MVP. And yeah, he's going through what Tatum went through. Best
Yeah.
team, young player. Everyone loves him. Now everyone hates him, giving him shit.
Exactly.
Free throw merchant came out of nowhere, even though it's true. But like everyone was like aura, aura, and now it's free throw merchant, which is just insane. How quickly it
He's so
changes.
poor. It is
But
crazy how quick
I
it
don't
changed.
think, yeah, there's not really another player that comes to mind when it comes to pressure. And like he doesn't have a whole like it's not like it's an insane amount, but I think he has the most because if they don't get anything done or if they don't win something, they got to at least make it to the Western Conference Finals, or he's gonna get some like Lamar type hate.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be that exact same thing. And I was gonna say it's the Luca thing kind of disappeared because like it's not he's not like his team now. Like he's not as on his own team. So and also he hasn't won the MVP even though he pretty much probably should have maybe
Yeah,
already. But
at one
but
point.
now it's like everyone he's such a big MVP favorite SGA that now everyone's giving the hate to him and it's like all right
Hmm.
you gotta show it to us. So it's like.
It's
It
his
would
time to
probably
do it.
be Luca, but he's not on the best team. They don't have the number one record by far, so you can't say that. Only other thing I said was the Knicks better not lose first round or early, or else, dude,
Yeah,
imagine that this whole year for and the trades and everything for like a early exit. So I was like, Knicks better not lose early, but
yeah.
it's that's what I have for
They
those
have
two.
pressure for sure. And then obviously, if you're a one seed, that's a little bit of pressure. You can't have these great years and then you can't lose. Cavs cannot lose first round, and then Thunder obviously can't lose first round. But the
Dude,
Thunder, dude, they have a better chance of losing that first round than the Cavs do. I mean, they could play
oh
the
yeah.
Warriors.
The Cavs and the Celtics have a cakewalk first round. The
Easy road.
7-8 seed is horrible. The West, dude, if they get Warriors or Timberwolves, it'll probably end up being the Clippers, but if they get Warriors or T Wolves, that is scary. I would not want to play them.
Well,
either.
yeah, whoever. Yeah, you really want that 7 seed if you're in that playing game.
Yeah,
Much rather play the Rockets. Oh my God, it's either Rockets or Thunder. I mean, what a difference that is.
yeah, that's huge, dude. I'm not. I'm not trusting them at all. Like, not trusting the Rockets, but
No, but yeah,
dude,
definitely Shea and the Thunder. Um, yeah. So what's your for the rest of this season going into the playoffs? What's something that you think might happen, like a hot take you got for the rest of the season?
I was gonna, I was gonna say, well, actually, I couldn't actually say that. I was gonna say Pistons beat Knicks in the playoffs, but I was like, I don't think so. So I'm taking the
How
T
crazy would
Wolves.
that be?
I'm gonna take the T Wolves to beat the 2 or the 3 seed, but
Wow.
I don't know if that's a hot take. I mean, a lot of people are probably picking them, but they've been so inconsistent. But I love this team. I feel like they're kind of rising.
Hmm.
And I feel like Ant-Man in the playoffs, he's like, all right, I'm gonna turn up another level. And they got depth, man. And I'd be afraid. So I don't know if they'll beat the Nuggets, but look out for the T Wolves versus the 2 or the 3 seed if
Yeah.
they get
First of
that.
all, how crazy would that be if the Pistons beat the Knicks?
Yeah.
That'd be nuts. And because
But
like they've just been asked their whole
it's
time as being a team.
it's not gonna they're not gonna play each other though,
No.
so we can kind of forget it.
But yeah, Wolves would play Nuggets. I mean, that'd be one of the most entertaining series for sure.
Dude,
Um,
I can't wait for it. I think it's gonna happen.
it
I
probably
think the
will.
T-Wolves will finish sixth, but you said the Warriors had the easiest schedule.
Yeah.
So
But no, the Wolves have an easy one too. It's like one
okay. And
maybe easier.
they're literally tied, so it flips every day. And but then also I don't know if the teams are thinking like we want the Nuggets, like the T-Wolves, like fuck them, we want them, or they're like, maybe we lose a game or two here, get
Hmm.
this 7 seed, we play the
But that's
Rockets.
a
Bust that ass.
that's a risky road you're taking. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause you might end up fuck around and get an 8 seed, and you got the Thunder
Yeah.
first round.
No, that's the real thing. You lose to the play-in is just so wild, bro. But
Yeah. You
it
don't
was
want to do any of
still
that.
like last year it made sense when the 7 through 10 is loaded, but now the 9-10 is so bad that like just do away with it for this year. We don't
Yeah.
even need to see it. For both
Especially
conferences. We don't
yeah.
need to see it.
Especially the East, but like the Kings,
Well,
they'd maybe make the playoffs in the East,
yeah, but in they're the
but they're not
Mavs
in
and
the
Kings
East.
are five games behind the Clippers.
Yeah.
So like don't even put them in there. And then yeah, that's
Yeah.
God.
I mean, they have to, every year things change. Like for stuff that they should or could do.
Yep.
Timberwolves playing the Nuggets first round and beating them. That'd be pretty crazy. Even though we both have the Nuggets top three.
So wait, what was your hot take? Did I miss it?
No, I'm about to get to it.
All right, all right, all right.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
saying I think the Warriors might end up with a better seed than the Lakers. That's not crazy like hot, but hey, if you were to say that about a month ago or 2 months ago with the
You really,
Warriors barely even in the play-in and the Lakers were a 3 or 2 seed,
you really think so?
you probably wouldn't believe me. I mean, they were probably 7 seeds higher than them a month ago. But Warriors, again, like we said, have an easy schedule. Lakers still got the Thunder twice on the road.
That's brutal.
Nuggets, some other tough teams. Rockets tonight. Rockets again.
Damn.
I think it could happen, and it could end up being a 4-5 where they play each
Dude,
other.
that's
So
what I was
that's my
just gonna
hot
say.
take. Warriors might end up with a better seed than the Lakers. Also, this isn't during the season, but I think Giannis or Dame will request a trade. That's going to happen in the offseason, but hey, that was my hot take before the season, so I thought I'd
You
say it before
said
the
that.
season ended. I
Dude,
think it might
you
happen.
said that, and it's like everything went wrong, and they still didn't really trade either of them. But like you
No.
did say that. But hey, that's the playoff series to watch. Is 4-5 Lakers Warriors.
I
Holy,
hope it doesn't happen, though. Like that early.
yeah. But I really want to see it because then it's
Yeah,
not going to happen if it doesn't happen first round. So,
that's very true.
oh my God, I think Lakers are cleaning them. But
I
man,
want LeBron needs to beat Curry again and
yeah,
Butler. He owns them both.
yeah, he does. But Steph's going to give them problems. They don't have anyone to guard him. But it's really just Steph, Jimmy, and a massive drop off for the Warriors. So I'm not worried about them. But
Small
that is the
ball.
playoff series. I didn't even think about it.
That's small ball central. Both teams.
Yeah, because if the Grizzlies drop a couple, then it's going to be Lakers Warriors 4-5. Holy shit!
It's gonna change every day, dude. Like literally
It literally does. With
before
like,
until that very last game of the season.
all
That
right,
could happen.
so recap of the top 10. I got Celtics, Thunder, Cavs, Nuggets, Lakers, Knicks, T-Wolves, Warriors 8, Grizzlies 9, Pacers 10. Probably have the Grizzlies lower. I might take the Grizzlies out. Go Pacers 9, Clippers 10.
Okay. I got Celtics, Thunder, Nuggets, Lakers, then Cavs, and then Knicks. And then there's a deadline drop off. 7 Warriors,
Yeah.
Grizzlies 8, T Wolves 9, Pacers 10. But yeah, I honestly think the Clippers could be in there too. We kind of talked ourselves out of the Grizzlies, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did. Looking at the numbers and like as of late, they have really fallen off and I don't know. Firing the coach, it's either going to boost them or they're just going to fall off a cliff, but we'll
Probably
see.
the latter.
I'm just thinking, in the playoffs, I'm not scared of them. I'm more scared of the Clippers, so I just kind of talk myself
Hmm.
random. But Clippers haven't looked great all year, so it's
Nope.
tough to say. But all right, that's the list of it. We gave y'all the rundown. We'll be coming back playoff time. We'll check out the playoff matchups and we'll just come right at it. But we're gonna keep this up.
Yeah,
Uh,
first episode, and since before week 1, we needed 70 games, I guess, to get a clue on what we were talking
yeah,
about.
we
But
needed
we're
it.
back, coming back every week,
All right,
covering the playoffs. Hopefully, the Lakers beat the Rockets tonight. Maybe get a 2 seed, play a bad team. We'll see.
all right, yeah, we'll tune in. Yeah, I think, dude, I just want to see that Lakers Warriors 4-5 now.
Dude, so do I now. That'd be actually sick. Lakers are what, 4 right now?
Yes. Yeah, Lakers are 4, Grizzlies are 5, Warriors are 6. But it's like Warriors, Timberwolves have the same record. They're just right there nail and nail. So
And
it's
Grizzlies
tough.
just lost tonight.
Did they?
Yeah, to the Celtics.
Wow. And I was gonna say if they could do that. Oh, okay.
I mean, dude, it could actually
Oh,
happen.
I needed Tatum for 30. Wow, he let me down. He had
What do you
25.
get?
25, bro. Come on, Tatum. Two
Wasn't
for
it a low
11.
scoring game?
Huh?
Low scoring game.
Yeah. He was 2 for 11 from 3. That's disgusting.
Jesus.
But all right, all right. We're gonna take a break right now.